what to do. But the problem is, Malad, that problem is very serious. And therefore,
they are the legislators, parliamentarians who have decided upon the speaker to be the tribunal for 10th schedule. It is parliamentarians' decision.
I agree.
10th schedule. So therefore, court is only interpreting that.
Fine, Malad. Then we must go back to 27th.
Take us anywhere, Mr. Sibal. The difficulty, repeatedly you say, at one stage, it poses a very big problem for the court.
Yes.
On the one hand, if the speaker is with you, you would say that it's a constitutional authority. What's wrong with the speaker? If you have some difficulty, you would say, you means not you. You would say, look at the way the speakers have behaved. So therefore, for us, as long as the Constitution bench judgment is there, we will go by the fact
I agree.
that the speaker is the tribunal and he is the presiding officer for 10th schedule.
Correct.
And we will not go back the decision. That's the final decision so far as we are concerned.
Fine. That's, I mean, I don't want to, Malad, say anything contrary to that, except that on that logic, the 27th order could not have been passed.
You will argue that.
Then we come back to that, Malad. And that's what led to where we are today.
And again, it's merely because one or two speakers have gone astray. Would the court be inclined to debunk the whole procedure as laid down and the 10th schedule?
No, Malad, I mean, my intention is not that. I'm just, Malad, telling your lordships what has been happening.
So it's a conundrum.
Yes, it's a conundrum. It's a constitutional conundrum, but your lordships will one day have to sort it out.
Sorry, for another question. Every time this question is raised before the court, I would want to ask you, how many times did the parliamentarians raise this question in the parliament saying that let us actually amend the constitution, change the speaker? How many times the discussion took place in the parliament to review the conduct of the speaker? Why is that question raised before the court, which is not the forum for consideration? How many times the parties have sat down together and decided that this is not working?
Once the Kyoto Holohan was rendered, Malad, what would Parliament would say?
It only upheld the 10th schedule. It is you making the 10th schedule.
No, Malad, the political party in power, wherever it is, wants to use the office of the speaker to do what they are doing. The political party would never, in power, would never like to change it.
This will take us nowhere, Mr. Sibal, frankly, and this will, unless there's an amendment to the Constitution, unless there is a reference, a direct challenge.
And so Justice Sabharwal said it.
To proceed on that premise.
Justice Sabharwal said it in a judgment of this court, Jagjit Singh. Exactly that. Right, I agree. I'm not disputing that. But I'm just saying the disquiet that we have witnessed in the functioning of the office, that's all that I'm saying. I'm not saying this person is good or that person is good. It's the institutional framework within which he functions, but is not consistent with his responsibilities as a tribunal. That's all that I'm saying. What to do? But the fact is that he had no authority in law to decide on the whip and on the leader of the house. That's not his.
That's a separate issue. We made it out of that.
Yes.
That's right. I make that argument. Then let's come to the newly elected speaker in an illegal, arbitrary, and a blatant display of malafide and bias issued notice to 14 MLAs seeking their response to disqualification petitions filed by Bharat Gogavle. The speaker is still sitting tight on the disqualification petitions filed by Sunil Prabhu and has not even issued notice in them despite their disqualification petitions being filed much earlier. He issues notice on their disqualification petition, but not on ours. And they haven't filed a reply, Malad. This court said in the interim, we adjourn it to 12th of July. Malad, from July, we are in February. Where's the reply? "18th of July, the notice issued by the Speaker in the disqualification petitions filed by Bharat Gogavle against 14 Shiv Sena MLAs, including Sunil Prabhu, was challenged by Sunil Prabhu in writ petition, wherein this Honorable Court-wide order dated that director to tag the writ petition along with other connected matters." So that's also before your lordships. And now, Malad, the Election Commission says they are the Shiv Sena. Now we'll be further disqualified. any meeting called, if we don't attend, then when we are, then it will be further problems. So that created another problem, because the election commission decided the matter, dehorsed these pending proceedings, and on the basis of that majority in the legislative assembly has given them the symbol. Well, that very majority is subject of disqualification petitions. So we have another problem. And we went to the commission and said, please await the decision. The Supreme Court did not stay. It didn't stay the proceedings, but the Supreme Court did not say that you decide it on merits based on majority in the Legislative Assembly, because those disqualification petitions are pending. But he said, no, Supreme Court has said no stay, so I will decide the entire matter. That's the other problem that happened. Because I never thought your lordships meant stay of proceedings only meant that you decide whatever the matter is, you hear the arguments, decide on law, on the submissions made, but they took it. The High Court also took it the same way. We went to the High Court also. They rejected it, saying your lordships have said no stay. Therefore, the commission can decide what it likes. And I told the commission that, look, if supposing you give this symbol to them based on this majority, and ultimately they are disqualified, then what happens to the symbol? Will we get back the symbol? So, you have another problem on our hands. So anyway, only your lordships can decide this matter. We can only place the facts before you. You have to do something to be able to ensure that there is confidence in institutional frameworks in the system, in this country. That's my only concern. Winning or losing doesn't matter. These are political battles. Will be won today and lost tomorrow, or lost today and won tomorrow. But the institution must go on, and the people of India must have confidence in that institution, whether it's the Election Commission or the Office of the Speaker or the court. Nonetheless. Then we come to 4th October, Eknath Shinde filed an application before the Commission under para 15 of the Symbols Order to urgently hear, dispose of and allow the petition filed by Shinde under paragraph 15. On 7th October, Thackerey filed a preliminary reply to the application under para 15 with a prayer requesting Commission not to pass any order without an opportunity of oral hearing to Thackerey. Well, on 8th October, Thackerey filed a reply to the application of Shinde under para 18 of the Symbols Order. Election Commission without hearing either of the parties. This is another curious thing. On 8th October, without hearing either of the parties, and merely hours after the reply of Uddhav Thackerey was filed, passed an order in dispute 1 of 2022, inter alia freezing the symbol of bow and arrow. And your lordship knows, that a hearing is required. It's mandatory under paragraph 15. Also, the Election Commission directed Uddhav Thackerey and Eknath Shinde to first furnish their preferences for interim party names and interim symbols. Uddhav Thackerey, under protest and without prejudice to his right to challenge the impugned order, freezing the symbol bow and arrow, proposed 3 interim names and interim symbols of his own choice in the order of preference. 10th October, Shinde proposed his preferences of symbols, out of which first 2 were identical to the interim symbols proposed by Uddhav Thackerey. The first interim name proposed by Shri Shinde was also identical to the first interim name proposed by Thackerey. On 10th October, Election Commission rejected the first 2 interim symbols proposed by Thackerey on the basis of Shinde had also proposed. Due to some same reason, Shri Uddhav Thackerey was denied the interim name Shiv Sena Barasaheb Thackerey. On 10th October, agreed by the arbitrary freezing of symbol without affording an opportunity of oral hearing by order dated that passed by the Commission. In dispute 1 of 22, Uddhav Thackerey filed a writ petition in the High Court of Delhi, seeking inter alia to quash the aforesaid order. Election Commission allotted the interim name Balasaheb Banchi Shiv Sena to Shri Eknath Shinde and requested Shinde to furnish a fresh preference list of symbols. 11:10, Eknath Shinde submitted a fresh list of preferred symbols. Election Commission allotted the symbol of Do Talware or Ek Dhal to Shri Eknath Shinde. The present batch of matters was listed before the Constitution bench for directions on such and such day. Then Mullah's Election Commission addressed a letter to Uddhav Thackerey and Shinde asking to submit all the details, particulars, documents to dispute one. And the High Court of Delhi it dismissed the petition filed by Uddhav Thackerey.
Yes.
We'll have
Yes, the also.
the date of the decision.
Now even election commission.
Yesterday or day before election commissions?
Now the Election Commission.
Yesterday.
17th of October, Mullah.
Yesterday. Day before.
17th February. So that's, Mullah's, the really list of dates and the list of events. Mullah's, having said that, just let's go to the 10th schedule straight away, Mullah's.
Yeah.
In this schedule, unless the context otherwise requires, House means, unless the context otherwise requires, House means either House of Parliament or the Legislative Assembly, or as the case may be, either House of the legislature of a state. Legislature party in relation, just Mullah's, just to have the facts straight, Mullah's, out of 55, 38 are with them in the Maharashtra Legislative Assembly, right, Mullah's? And in the Lok Sabha, out of 18, they allege that 13 are with them, but they have filed affidavits of 12. The Legislative Council, Mullah's, in Maharashtra, all of them are with us. All 12 are with us.
12 out of 12.
All of them are with us. And in the Rajya Sabha, 3 out of 3 are with us. And in Lok Sabha, 6 are with us, according to us.
Mr. Sibal, will you repeat the numbers?
Yes. In the Legislative Council in Maharashtra, all 12 are with us.
1 second.
All 12 are with us. But in the Legislative Assembly, Mullah's, 38 are with them. You say 40, but they have affidavit of 38 only. It's all right. I mean, you can say 40. I don't mind. I mean, yeah, it's all right. 40 and 15 with us. Doesn't matter. In the Rajya Sabha, all 3 are with us. And in the Lok Sabha, whereas out of 18, they are 19. 13 are with them and 6 are with us.